Hi friends, today we're at Alton Towers for the Nemesis Reborn VIP event. Really looking forward to this and looking forward to seeing what the event's got to offer.
Yeah, these events are pretty exclusive. There's only been 2 this year and this is the second and we think final one. So it's really nice that Alton Towers are doing these kind of events and hopefully get to see more of these VIP events in the future. But for this one, the Nemesis Reborn one, this is it. It's only the 2 this year, so it's very unique. So with this event, we get a unique evening experience where we get to meet John Wardley and John Burton, the creators of Nemesis. We also get a signed photo from them and a behind-the-scenes tour of the coaster itself. So we're really looking forward to this.
Now, as we're here for the Nemesis Reborn VIP event, it only seems right that we start the day with a ride on Nemesis. Luckily, we have our fast tracks, so we're going to head up there now and yeah, get a ride on Nemesis.
Nemesis Reborn's currently on a 90-minute. So glad we got these.
Me too. This ride is an absolute queue muncher, but even at 90 minutes, I still wouldn't want to wait in that, so I am really glad that we've got these fast track tickets included. For those of you who don't know, John Burton is the Merlin Magic Making Creative Lead and John Wardley is the original creator of Nemesis and many other rides around the UK and around the world. Some of our absolute favourites. So yeah, it's really fascinating because obviously John Wardley was the original creator of the ride. John Burton is the creator that has reimagined and redesigned the ride theme, so I'm really looking forward to hearing some behind the scenes knowledge and stories and stuff of both when the ride was originally created and also how John Burton took something that was so fantastic and I guess put his own spin on it while still retaining the original theme, and I guess the kind of fan culture around the ride as well.
For me, it's been really interesting to hear from John Wardley exactly how Nemesis came about, why the coaster was created. It's because of him that we've got Chesterton Worlds of Adventure in this country and because of him that we've got Alton Towers. So it's been really nice to hear some stories and some backstories as to why the coaster was created and how, really. Seeing some old photographs as well, you know, before the coaster was created, it's going to be really nice. And then also hearing from John Burton as to what it was like to take on a project of somebody of that stature and, you know, take such a nostalgic coaster from this country and turn it into, you know, rebranding it into what they've turned it into. Really looking forward as well to kind of seeing how that creative process came about and why they decided to keep it and not rip it out and change it for something completely different.
So it's now 4 o'clock, which means it's time for us to head down to the Alton Towers Hotel for the start of the VIP event, the official start of the VIP event. Yeah, really looking forward to it. As we said earlier, we need to head down here. We've got to go to the conference centre in the stateroom, and that's where the event's starting, and that's pretty much as we know for now. So we're going to head down there, head into the conference centre. I guess we've got to check in and say that we're here and yeah, get started with the event.
So the excitement for the event is really starting to build on me now a little bit. We don't ever get to do these kind of like VIP events and stuff. There isn't really a lot of this kind of thing going on in the UK at the moment. So yeah, it's quite exciting. I'm also really nervous as well because I've never met John or John before. And obviously John Wardley's been a big player in the UK theme park industry for ever since I've been a theme park enthusiast. So yeah, it'd be really excited to actually shake his hand and meet him, and then also John Burton as well, to be able to shake his hand as well, and maybe have a quick conversation with him might be nice. So we headed into the hotel, nice Nemesis Reborn light on the floor there, very on brand. So we had to head to the correct room in the conference centre, so we made our way there. When we arrived, there was a really nice reception, and they had these really nice Nemesis Reborn VIP lanyards there with a nice big pass attached to it. So we got given those. I was 151, Matt was 152. They were very specific that we needed to know those numbers, but didn't tell us why. So we headed into the waiting room here, and this was the queue heading downstairs to meet John Wardley, John Burton and Bianca Samut.
So we're all checked in for the event. We've been given our passes. They were very specific about giving us certain ones with certain numbers on. So I'm number 152, you're number 151.
151, yeah.
But yeah, the process was really easy. We didn't know what the numbers are for. The process was really easy. There was no kind of like waiting around or anything like that. So yeah, it was really, really easy to check in. And yeah, we've just been told that we need to go through and get in the queue, or we can wait up here before we go downstairs. And I think that's where they're doing the kind of meet and greet photos. So we've queued up and we are just about to go and meet John Burton, Bianca and John Wardley. Really exciting, we can see all the seats and everything in there. It's really busy and there's quite a long queue in front of us before we go and do this meet, but really looking forward to it. And yeah, really don't know what to expect actually. We've done kind of like talks and stuff like this before, attraction sorts of events, but I genuinely don't know what to expect from it, so I guess we'll see.
So we made it to the front of the queue and met John, and that was absolutely awesome. It was so good to shake their hands and have a quick chat with them. And of course we saw Bianca again, which was absolutely amazing. She's such a funny character, such a lovely person, and really nice that she kind of gets to know you and gets to know people. It was a really easy process, explained exactly what was going to happen, but it was also quite overwhelming at the same time as well. So we didn't actually film anything at this point, but we did get a photo. And then as we went into the room, it was really surreal to see our own faces on the projector. This was something that was filmed right at the end when Nemesis closed. But yeah, really weird to see ourselves actually on that screen.
Following on from that, we did go and get our seats. The talk took place and we weren't able to film anything to do with the talk. It was really interesting though, really, really glad that we got to listen to it. It took about an hour for the whole talk. So there was a section, the first section was with Bianca effectively interviewing John Wardley, and the second part was with Bianca interviewing John Burton. After that we queued up for an autograph and the opportunity to kind of have a very short chat with them, which was lovely, and yeah, we got a couple of bits signed. So that was really, really cool. We've just come out of the kind of talk section. We also got some bits signed, which was very cool. We got John Wardley's book signed, and we got that signed by John Wardley, John Burton and Bianca as well. And then we both got, these are both the same, so I'll just show one of them. We got a signed photo of the three of them, which is really cool. And yeah, really, really happy with those. It was really, really nice to get to. I said really, really like 3 times then, didn't I? It was great to get to meet them. See, I managed to get it out that time. It was great to get to meet them and spend a little bit more time with them than we did when we first took the photo. But yeah, just thinking about the talk and stuff, that was really interesting. A lot of stuff we can't necessarily share, but there was a lot of like footage from the archives and photos and some little maybe like teasers as to what might be coming in the future for the area around Nemesis. So yeah, overall, really, really enjoyed that. And now we're going to go down and explore the ride area. So really looking forward to see what's in store down there as well.
I really love that. A couple of funny jokes in there by Bianca I thought was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Must have the same sense of humour. But the actual talk and the actual presentation itself was so good. Seeing some of the old footage and photos of what the area looked like before they blew all the rock out with dynamite and put the ride in there. It was amazing. It was also really cool to see as well the fact that they almost didn't put Nemesis back in there and almost put a completely new ride concept in, and seeing that new ride concept that potentially was going to go in instead, until they then reverted their plans and decided to go back with Nemesis again. It was just awesome. It's really, really good to kind of get an insight into that, and kind of when you're a fan of it, it's really nice to kind of get that extra information, because when you're a fan of something, you have so much more questions and so much more interest in that area. So yeah, it was really, really good to see that. I just thought the whole night and the way the presentation was put together was really, really good. So yeah, thumbs up. I thought it was an awesome, awesome event.
I've just realised as well, we haven't touched on the fact that we got the lanyard signed.
Oh yeah, we've got our lanyard signed, so we've got signatures on these as well. So this is also a keepsake. It's this nice, big, and a little lanyard.
The lanyard's dated as well.
Yeah, and it says VIP experience on it, which I didn't notice before. But yeah, it says VIP experience. So that's really something really cool to keep as well. And yeah, we got them to sign that as well. So at this point then, we were led over to the ride area, back into the park by a Phalanx operative, so that we could enter the ride area and begin our behind the scenes tour. So at this point, this is where we get to go into the restricted ride area that you're not normally allowed to go into.
So, welcome to the behind the scenes tour of the legendary Nemesis Reborn ride. My name is Simon Horsley, and I'm the Head of Entertainment Technical Design, Development and Operations here at the Alton Towers Resort. To my left hand side here is John Maudsley, and John Maudsley is our Entertainment, Show Control and Systems Engineer. So myself and John work very closely on all of the audio-visual systems across the whole resort.
So up next we had a talk which was quite interesting from a lady from the marketing department, all around the stunt that they did with the eye over on Cannock Chase. Yeah, it was really interesting to hear some of the things that she was saying about it, some of the struggles that they had, and also the kind of times that they did it as well, because they wanted to keep it as secret as possible. What's your thoughts on the event so far, like now that we're like in the ride area and
It's
stuff?
really good, isn't it?
Yeah, really good.
It's really good. I like that they've, they seem to have gone all out to kind of showcase stuff about the ride and things like that. So yeah, I think it's really good.
I wasn't expecting to be like in sections, and
No,
each section have like a speaker.
Yeah, no, I wasn't either. So that's pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Really, really enjoying it so far. And we've still got, what, 2 sections to go?
Yeah, 2 sections to go.
So I think we can quite honestly say we never thought we'd be this side of the yellow line. But it was actually really cool to step over and look up at the lift hill and learn a little bit more about this area of the ride. Yeah, it was really cool. We managed to take a couple of photos in front of the lift hill as well. It would have been really cool if we got to walk up it, but obviously with that many people it'd be very difficult to take everybody up to the top. But yeah, just getting up this close to kind of this section of the ride was really cool and really interesting.
John, they'll tell you all about the operator's cabin.
So at this point I felt like I just had to touch something that I wouldn't normally be allowed to touch. I literally touched the track there, and as I went to touch it, noticed it was covered in grease, so I didn't touch it for very long.
Too short, I didn't reach. I had to literally like go on my very top of my tiptoes to reach that.
And then we had a quick look in the operator's cabin as well. We weren't allowed to go in, unfortunately. I was hoping to go in and sit there in front of the controls, but no, we weren't allowed to do that. So we just had a little walk around the station with no train in it and just kind of admired the details, took a few photos in places we wouldn't normally allowed to be. So next up then we headed into the garage where we met one of the second-year apprentices that took us through all the maintenance of the ride, told us about the wheels and how they check it all for wear and how they check the coaster every single morning, all the bolts, everything to make sure that it is ready for guests on the day. So it's actually really nice to get up close and personal with the train and be able to have a look at all this stuff behind the scenes. It was actually really nice to get up close with one of the trains as well, because when the ride's in operation you don't have time to appreciate the engineering and what it actually looks like, because it's all go, go, go. But yeah, being able to get in there and have a look, we got a few photos with it and got a few photos in it. We didn't film a lot of this just because it was so busy in there and it's such a confined space. You know, we didn't want to get other people in the shot if they didn't want to be in it and stuff, so it's actually quite hard to film in there.
So that is it for the VIP event. We had our exclusive time in the Nemesis ride area, which was fantastic. And I learned some really interesting stuff in there as well.
I really enjoyed that event. I thought it was really, really good. I loved the way that we got to literally walk around and just kind of take photos and take some time to have a little look at any details, or take some time to talk to people that actually operate the ride or perform maintenance on the ride, and actually, you know, get some insights and some understanding of how it's operated and why it does the things it does. So yeah, I thought it was really, really good, really interesting, and really nice that Alton Towers has done an event like that.
Yeah, I actually learned some things that I didn't know as well. And stuff that we've actually questioned and gone, oh, why is that happening? Or, oh, why are they doing that? Like Nemesis stacks now. And there's actually a reason for it, and it's a safety feature of the ride. So yeah, actually learned something really interesting as well. Really, really pleased with the way that the event was put together. It was done really well, it was ran really well. So yeah, I've had a fantastic time.
So for those who don't know, stacking is when there's already a train in the station and another train comes in and has to wait on the brake run before going into the station. That's what stacking is, and that's what it means. And with that brings us to the end of the event. I thought that was absolutely amazing. I thought it was really, really good. And I'm actually gutted that Alton Towers don't offer anything else like that. So they've only offered 2 of these events this year, and I don't think they'll offer it again. I think that'll be it. Because once the hype of Nemesis dies off, like, that'll be it. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I love the fact that we got to go into a talk with all 3 of them in the same room. It was really, really well put together, I thought. And then, you know, you got your photo, you managed to get some stuff signed, which I absolutely loved as well. And then we actually got to have a tour of the site and walk around the ride, go into the garaging area, go into the brake run, around to the lift hill. I thought it was absolutely amazing. It was brilliant. And it was really nice for, you know, a coaster fan. If you're a coaster fan, you'd absolutely love that event. There's no point in me trying to sell it to you to get you to book it, because you can't book it anymore. There was only 2, wasn't there?
Yeah, and this was the last one.
And this was the last one, yeah. So, but it'd be really nice to see Alton Towers do more of these kind of things. Whether they will or not, I don't know. I think it was just really because of the nostalgia and the hype around Nemesis that they've done it. I don't know. I don't think it's something that they'll potentially continue, which is a bit of a shame. But it'd be really good if they do. And if they do, I'll book them all. But yeah, it's really nice to see like these kind of like VIP events going on. There are track walks and things like that going on as well, which we've also got in the pipeworks and we've also got planned. But there are track walks and stuff that you can do, or lift hill walks that you can do as well if you are an enthusiast and you are interested in this kind of thing. But yeah, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was a really, really good event, and I wish more theme parks around the UK and stuff did these kind of things, because we'd do all this kind of stuff because we absolutely love it. What did you think?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to repeat everything that you've just said, because you've basically taken the words right out of my mouth. I thought it was fantastic. The production value when it came to the talks and all of that kind of exclusive content that we got to see was fantastic. There was a lot of like exclusive archive photos and footage that we saw, which were really, really cool. And yeah, the kind of section at the end, getting to meet John Wardley, John Burton and Bianca, and the section at the end was a lot more detailed than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting people from different areas of the operation to be there talking about what they do, and answering questions and stuff like that. So that was really, really good. I think from an enthusiast point of view and a lover of theme parks, I would love to see more events like this, whether it be for anniversaries of a ride or something like that, ride birthdays, that kind of thing. The more parks that can offer these kind of experiences, the better, the more an enthusiast is going to become connected to that park's brand. So for me, I would love to see that continue. And yeah, I'd love to see more events like this because it's been fantastic. It wasn't cheap, but it was worth every penny. And I think I've got a lot out of today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if Alton Towers could offer more things like this, I get that, you know, a lot goes into creating these kind of events and putting these events together. Behind the scenes of the Curse of Alton Manor would be amazing. Behind the scenes of Hex, that would be amazing. But yeah, it'd be really good to see these kind of things. It'd be nice to see them done on a more regular basis, so you could just book these kind of things. But again, I appreciate that they're probably very difficult to put together and probably very difficult to continue to do.
Yeah, so if you did get this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you've got any behind the scenes events that you would recommend that you've done, whether that be in a park in the UK or a park somewhere else, let us know in the comments.
Absolutely.
If you've done any track walks and they're worth and you'd recommend them, then by all means, again, let us know in the comments. But yeah, if you did get this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. To keep up with all our Disney doings and theme park shenanigans, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell while you're there. And we'll see you
in the next one. Bye.